want to sit here?
Cheese.
No, not that kind of cheese. Hi everyone, this is Jillian and Hammer's Jewel again. I'm going to be doing a book haul today for the month of May. These are all the books I bought at places that I live near, like Barnes & Noble, Savers, Target, and even the Dollar Tree. Can you believe it? The Dollar Tree. Okay, so let's just get started. The first couple ones, the first four, well 5, are from Walmart. The first one is The Crown by Kiera Cass. I have the rest of the series. I haven't read them yet, but I hear really good things about them from Haley's Hearts Books or something like that. I'll link her down below. She's really, really fantastic. She just did a video on mental illness, and I totally loved it. I didn't think I would, but I loved it. And I love knowing that Canada does a mental wellness week. The next book I got was Off the Page by Jodi B. Colt and her daughter Samantha Veneer. I bought 2 of these because my mom and I read the first one together. We buddy read it. And we also buddy read this one. Well, she finished it before me, and she was dying to tell me what happened, but she didn't tell me. Thank goodness, because I would have been spoiled. But it was a really good. The book review for both Between the Lines and Off the Pages will come up. Off the Page will come up pretty soon. The next book I got was Flawed by Cecile Hadern. I'm sorry, Hayern. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. I just don't know what her last name is. But I see a bunch of booktubers on here saying, you know, a bunch of great things about this book. I only know that it says, I can't be flawed, I can't be flawed, I am perfect. So I'm guessing it's about a girl who thinks she's flawed. And the last one I got from Walmart was the Rick Riordan, The Trials of Apollo, Book 1, The Hidden Oracle. I am still working on the Percy Jackson series. I'm almost to The Last Olympian. I've mentioned that I have almost all of his books, and now I do have all of his books. Except for like the Greek gods, or no, what's that one, the big book? It's like the heroes or something. I don't have that one, but I'm going to wait till it gets smaller because it won't fit on my bookshelf. The next 2 are from Savers, and I know this is going to be kind of corny, but I am in love with Red Riding Hood. So, of course, you know, when I found Red Riding Hood at Savers, I had to get it. From what I'm getting from this book, I mean, I only read a little bit about it. I think she talks to werewolves, and she believes that girls aren't supposed to talk to werewolves. So it's not really Red Riding Hood per se, it's just a different retelling of it. The next one I got from Savers was Paper Princess by Erin Rott. Oh, and Red Riding Hood was by... Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I don't remember which booktuber said it was amazing, and that made me go pick it up right away. But this one was at Savers for... It looks brand new. Like, there's no scratches, no dents, no nothing on it. No pages ripped out, no markings. Not even when they put, like, the little YA on the bottom. It just looks perfect. The next book I got was at Target. And, again, Haley is the one that made me want to buy this one. It's Magnolia by Marina Devon Headley. I'm sorry. Again, I really, really butchered the middle name. But Haley is the one that made me want to buy this one. And it's strictly a book cover buy. I don't know anything about it. It looks like a magical fairy tale. Something of the sorts. Okay, the next book I got, some of you guys are going to probably hate me for, but I got The Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead, and this one was $1 at Dollar Tree. I could not believe I found this one at Dollar Tree. I have been wanting to read this one ever since I found out who Rochelle Mead was, and this happens to be the first book. I was told it was the first book. I have to look it up on Goodreads. Next, the last books that I have here, well, they're not the last books. There's a lot of books here, are from Barnes & Noble. And I shop at Barnes & Noble, like, way too much, as my husband would know. You already saw this one in my previous video. It's The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Adi. It's a retelling of 1001 Nights. The next 2 books I got are Through the Evernight and Into the Still Blue by Veronica Rossi. My mom has the first one, and that's what made me buy these 2. My mom read the first 2 chapters on Amazon before she even got to buy it, and she loved it. She said if I didn't like those two chapters, I would never have bought it, and then henceforth I would never have bought these 2. Although I'm pretty sure I would have bought them later on, just not right now. The next book I got, I hear some mixed reviews about, but I'm excited for because I love where it's gonna go. I did not read the first book, just so you know, but I've heard a lot of people say what it's about. And that would be Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Mist and Fury. The first book was about Beauty and the Beast, and this one is about Persephone. I don't know what it is about Greek mythology, but I love when they do retellings of anything Greek. This is a pretty big book, but I'm excited for it. And I know most of you are going to hate me for it, but hate me as you will. I'm just gonna read it no matter what. The next book I got was Ice Like Fire by Sasa Rashi. I have the first one. I did not read the first one. I am still very, very slow on picking up these books. But I wanted to make sure when I did pick it up, I had the second one ready. I know the third one's coming out soon, and I don't remember what date. I think it's like later on this year, but I do want to read these 2 before that one comes out. That way I'm in the mood for it when it comes out. The next book I have here is Liar's Ink by Paula Strokes. Again, here book cover by. I saw one of my mom's scrapbookers on YouTube, and her daughter go to Barnes & Noble where they live, and she picked this one up, and she said she was really excited to read it. That weird music you hear is my daughter watching Pocoyo. Well, Pocoyo. She says Pocoyo. So now we've all started to say it. She's watching Pocoyo on my tablet on my bed, so that's where the noise is coming from. The next book I bought was another one of my mom's scrapbook users, or scrapbook tubers. Bought this, and she said it sounded really, really good. And it's another retelling of, I think, Sleeping Beauty. It's called A Wicked Thing by Rihanna Thomas. And like I said, I'm a big fan of retellings, especially when they're in the Greek mythology era, or like like from Asgard or Valhalla. Which I know are the same things. My husband's gonna correct me, but I'm so excited for this one. I know I keep on saying I'm so excited for everything, but I really am, or else I wouldn't have bought it. But I've heard really good things about this one. The next one I bought last night, it's book 2, and I'm planning on getting book 1 because I really want to read this, because Sasha said that they were really, really good at Booktopia. I'll link her down below. Book 1 was The Novice, and this one is The Inquisitioner, by Taryn Matthew. It's a high fantasy book. The next one I also got last night. I have the first 3, but I've been looking everywhere for this one so I can actually start it immediately and read it completely through, because I don't like waiting for the next book to come out. Hence the reason why I'm reading all around, because some of the books I do have are already come out. But this one is The Raven King, Maggie Stevewater. I've heard nothing but good things about this. My mom has been wanting to read these books. She watches a bunch of YouTubers that I do, and they've all been raving about these books. Now, the reason, I don't know why it was so hard to find, but I know the lady at Between the Chapters said she ordered hers on Amazon, and they had a huge backup, and none of the people from Amazon got their books. So if you bought it on Amazon and you're still waiting on it, that could be why. But she uploaded she uploaded a video not that long ago, and she had her book with her. So I'm wondering if everyone got their book now. The next book I got was The Star-Touched Queen by Rasani Chachki. I'm sorry. Again, another book cover by, but I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I was floored when I saw this book. It's so beautiful. I cannot get over how amazing this cover looks. I opened the book up, and it says, Fortune and Fate, Power and Passion. What does it take to be the queen of a kingdom when you're only 17? That got me hooked immediately. The next 2 books I got from Barnes & Noble, I was so happy to find. I have book 1, which is The Bronze Horseman by Pauline Simons, and now I just have book 2 and book 3. The book 2 is Tatiana and Alexander, and book 3 is The Summer's Garden. People are intimidated by how big it is. and how many pages there are, and the feel of the paper is like Bible paper. But I will read it. It will take me like a month or two, but I will read them all. And the last book I got, as you all have noticed, I have a huge, huge, huge infatuation with Red Riding Hood. So I got Once Upon a Time, Red's Untold Story. The ABC, well, I think it's now Freeform or something like that on, well, it's on TV. It's the Once Upon a Time TV show. And I love Once Upon a Time on TV. And it just, I watched it from like beginning to end. I was so in love with it. And then I found this book, and I know they have another one. I just can't remember which one it's called. But this one is by Wendy Tolliver, and I completely love this. Thank you for watching. These are all my books from my book haul. Like I said, there are just some from random places, and then most of them are from Barnes & Noble. I did order a couple from Barnes & Noble online, and they do give you like coupons to some other places. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe down below. Tell me what you got in the last month, and I'd love to hear about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!